Amanda across 10 different spots behind the host of Nigeria, followed by Egypt and Tunisia. In a symbolic moment during the closing ceremony, the Association of National Olympic Committees of Africa and the host Algeria formally handed over the host flag to Nigeria, signifying the country's emergence as the official host of the second African School Games in 2027. Yes, according to NSC, Nigeria's successful bid was largely influenced by its recent track record of hosting top-tier competitions, such as the third Confederation of African Athletics, under 18, under 20 athletics championships, and other events, which were widely acclaimed for their exceptional organization, athlete experience, and facilities. Olokbade for recommended Anoka for the confidence reposed in Nigeria, assuring that the preparations will commence immediately to ensure the highest and straight to table tennis, where Marty Kuti has emerged as Nigeria's second highest ranked male table tennis player in the world. Second highest ranked male table tennis player in the world, Matthew Kuti, overtaking 2019 African Games champion Olajide Omotayo in the latest International Table Tennis Federation World Ranking released for week 32 of the 2025 season. Matthew Kuti climbed 6 places to 194 globally after his title winning performance at the 2025 West African Regional Championships in Lagos, which earned him 75 ranking points. He also added 10 points from the ITTF World Championships finals in Doha and 4 from the WTT contender in Lagos, bringing his total to 89 points. Omotayo, by contrast, fell 37 places to 198 after the disappointing run in Lagos. He now holds 78 points and is at the president of the Athletics Federation of Nigeria, Tonobo Kokowa, has confirmed that United States-based sprinter Favour Ofili has switched allegiance to Turkey, calling for urgent financial support from both government and private sponsors to prevent further loss of the country's elite athletes to foreign nations. Okowa made the revelation during a press briefing at the 2025 National Athletics Championship held at the Yaba College of Technology in Lagos. Ofili's switch comes just a month before the 2025 World Athletics Championships in Tokyo. Although her namesake appears under Nigeria on the World Athletics website, Federation Insider said the change is imminent. In an emotional address, Tonobok Okowa stated that the development highlights a long-standing issue that continues to deprive the country of its top athletics prospects. Now, Favour Ofili eventually, or lastly said, he moved on to Turkey now. Good morning. This is what I welcome our Oga and the beauty Oga BB. Good morning. Good to have you, sir.
Good morning. Good morning, sports fans. Thank you for staying tuned to Adamimogo 107.7 FM Ido Ekiti.
All right, let's quickly talk about Favour Ofili's switching to Turkish league.
Well, she knows what she encountered, what she experienced that made her to decide to switch her allegiance to that country. But then, like the very president said, something should be done on time to prevent future happenings. That's a lot of things are involved in getting our athletes together and putting them in shape. A lot of things involved, a lot. And where you know, as an athlete, you know you have the potentials to be better. Yet it's not coming out because of some little things. And you know you can find those little things that will make you better in a place. That's what I think makes some of them to think of then a it's not the best for her, sincerely.
For her?
It's not the best for her. Leaving your nation of that place has nurtured you to that level. So it's
Really, it's not best for her. Wow. Wow.
no, it will get to a point, to get to a stage in her life that she will wish she had not taken that.
All right. Although we've been talking about how Nigeria's federation management, takes care of these players. We talk about it. That's very poor, something, but poor welfareism and the rest. I think this is the reason why FIFA affiliate have to change. Or what do you think, sir?
It's part of it. It's part of it. I mean, then I think, well, most of our athletes that represent Nigeria, they are based overseas. They know what and they mix with other athletes from other countries. They know what operates, what happens. So and the expectation is that the federation at home should at least do these things, if not all, most of it, that will enable them to compete favorably with other athletes in the world. I know these things. Morale has a lot to do with your performance. If your morale is boosted, you go extra mile. You put in the best to be better. So the officials knows what we are talking about. Definitely, funds will play a great part in this.
Yeah.
What he said is right. Calling on
the Athletics Federation.
And no, I mean the Federation President himself.
Okay.
Calling on philanthropists to assist because the government alone cannot do it. But then why some philanthropists draw back is that when they give money to the federation, some federations, the money is not expended the way it ought to be expended. That is, and it is discouraging to when you give 100,000 naira to prosecute certain things and only 50,000 naira was spent. You'll be discouraged. You might not want to do it next time. So those are the cogs in the wheel of our progress.
How can we tackle this area you just mentioned now? How can we tackle it in
we can only appeal to the people who are managing federations, that is sports federations, that when sponsors come up, they should cooperate with them to ensure that what is made available gets to where it ought to get to encourage them to do more and encourage others to come on board. Sincerely, we have people in this nation that can assist the federations in terms of financial support. So if they see the openness, the sincerity in expending what they have put on ground, there will be sport to do more and others who want to come on board and support.
All right, that is the key message there. Let's support our federation, to our sport federation, to do more for this our athletes, so that there will be another case of allegiance, switching allegiance from Nigeria to another country. So it sounds so odd. Sincerely, seeing Nigeria athletes switching allegiance. No, it's not good. It's not speaking well of us. So, but we believe something will be done. All right, a quick one away from athletics, straight to football now, where the President Federation Cup champions Kwara United have announced a $35,000 shirt sponsorship deal with an online cryptocurrency-based gambling platform. A basic game ahead of the new season. The Nigeria Premier Football League outreach made it to the public on Wednesday. Yesterday, while unveiling their keys for the 2025-26 season. The one-year deal is worth over 50 million naira. Meanwhile, the club haven't held any shirt sponsor in recent times, and the deal marks a landmark ahead of the campaign in the CAF Confederation Cup as well. Kwara United finished 14th in the league last time with 50 points from 38 matches, but they made amends for their woeful run in the President Federation Cup. The Harmony Boys beat second tier side Abakaliki FC 4-3 on penalties during the final in Lagos. It was the club's first major title, and the win attracted a reward of 5 million naira and a plot of land at the Kwara Smart City for each player and a feature of the team from the Kwara State Governor Abdurrahman Abdurazak. Kwara United will find out their group opponents in the preliminary stage of the CAF Confederation Cup on Saturday, when the draw will be held in Tanzania. The last time Kwara United played at that stage of the continent was in 2022, failing to reach the group stage. Kwara United got a deal, a very big deal, yes, ahead of their 2025-26 campaign.
This is another opportunity for them to make sure that the continent playing in the CAF Confederations Cup, well, all that the government has done for them should be a moral booster to enable them go all out to ensure that at least make it to the group stage. Then the logistics should be taken care of in terms of their playing their matches, so there won't be any hitch. And the NFF too should play their role to enable Kwara United and other clubs that are representing the country in CAF competitions do well.
This is it. They have gotten a 50 million naira deal now. They've gotten a 50 million naira deal. And now, how is it going to be spent? The issue now is that the way they're going to release this fund, the way they're going to spend it, that's the main issue now, because we are hearing a lot of concern about deals for the MPFL clubs. Most of the MPFL clubs are nothing. At the end of the day, you see them in the season, they won't perform well, they won't do well, and the players will not come out and say something, because you know what I'm saying.
This sponsorship deal is something that will boost at least the morale of the players, as well as helping the team to put one or two things in place to enable them prosecute all their competitions in a manner that is worth it. So, sincerely, we are not yet there. For instance, if a deal can be put in place to enable our players don't go on the road for away matches, that will go a long way to help them to be better. One of the reasons why we don't perform well in the continent is that from Ilorin going to
Sokoto
to play a match on the road, spending 2 days. Now, when all this culminates together, by the time they go to the continent, body no be stone.
Abio.
So it goes a long way. I think our club should look forward to helping the players, transporting them with at least fairly means. I know going by air is expensive, but a deal like this, part of the money should be used. At least if it's going to be just half of the matches, away matches, they will travel by air.
Yeah.
For a start, and like I said, if money given to clubs are well expended in a way that will impress the sponsors, the supporters, others will come on board and the person that have doled out money will do more.
Sure.
And you see, when you take care of the players, they are like machines. If you have a machine and you don't service it properly, it will malfunction. So that's how it is. When we travel by road, and we know our roads these days are very beautiful, to say the least. So that's it tells on the body. At times, for instance, when they play weekend, midweek, you are going from Ilorin to the other end of to Port Harcourt. You have a match on Saturday or let's say on Sunday. You leave by Friday, get there late Saturday, play on Sunday. Immediately you are coming back. You have a match on Wednesday. If it's by air, how many minutes?
Sure.
So the strain on the body will be less if they travel by air, and they will rest well, prepare well, and play well.
Maiwa.
Talking about being jet lagged and fatigue and stress. One thing that has been evident in the world of football is that traveling contributes to fatigue. Traveling by bus, it contributes to fatigue. We see European players, we see their pictures, even on plane, they sleep off. That tells how tired they are. Not to talk of us, or not to talk of players who are playing here in Africa where the weather is not even so favorable. There's a lot of heat, there's a lot of, it's not so humid, it's not so, the weather is not so playable on the European weather. But now, these players, they have to endure traveling by bus, interstate. So that's true. The more an effective means of transportation is provided for these players, the less the fatigue they get. And of course, the club will only use what they have, but then the clubs should improvise. They should improvise. And as a matter of fact, how many states in Nigeria have airports as well? But that's another thing to put into consideration, apart from major cities. But other than that, I think it's impressive. It will be better. It will be better when we have players who have faster means of transportation to wherever they go. It helps.
To buttress your point, not all cities have airports. But then, for instance, if you are going to play, if you're going from Ilorin has an airport. I'm going to play in Yiba. Aba doesn't have an airport. You can stop at Port Harcourt. Port Harcourt to Aba. I don't know how good, when I used to apply that road. Port Harcourt to Aba is just about 30 minutes if the road is good. So if you land in Port Harcourt, take a bus to Aba.
Yeah, that's very logical.
So from at least the nearest point, if you are going to play Rangers in Enugu,
even if you are going to play by Bayelsa, you can stop at Warina.
Warri has an airfield. Then go. Yes. So that's the way we. I just want to we keep on appealing. That these are little things that makes the league better or not. Like you said, those people that are even traveling with better means of transportation, they sleep off while in the bus or in the plane. So we are saying our players, our teams don't perform well in the continent. These are little things. If you travel by road, we will travel by road. But by the time you get to where you are going, you're not going to do anything. You're not going to play football. you'll be tired.
Sure. Sure.
Now look at this. We have how many teams in the MPFL? 20 teams, and you will make at least you play 19 away games. Ilorin to Lagos, Ilorin to Ikenne, Ilorin to. By the time you do all this, and you still have continental engagements. Brother, did you know it go far?
It go far. All right, away from Kwara, then let's go to the champ. A lot of reactions have been rocking the social media, even on the social media, about the falling of Nigeria B team, Eagles B team, when Senegal, gave them 1-0. Now, people have been talking about the selection of Eriseko Chile as he puts a lot of more of what's their name? Remo Stars players in the squad. People have been complaining that this is the reason why Nigeria fell to Senegal in their opening game. So, what do you think about this?
Is that the reason?
That is
People have. That is what people have been telling me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
One thing about football is that we football fans, we can be very emotional when our country and our club is very, very involved. We can be very sentimental. Okay? Now, it's the same even in other countries. It's the same in other countries. And a loss at the opening fixtures of the group stage match is not enough to decide what happens to a country or a club at the tournament. To buttress my point, we've always spoken about Argentina 2022, we've always spoken about Spain 2010. We've seen how, as a matter of fact, our most recent champions, Super Falcons, we saw what they did, how abysmal their playing was at the beginning of the tournament, and look at what they did. Well, I do not subscribe to the idea that a player or picking multiple players from a particular club can affect the performance of a country.
Okay.
Now, from that match, Nigeria dictated that match. We controlled the match. So, a single goal from Senegal changed the course of the match, of course. But Nigeria, not like Nigeria played woefully. Even though our coach is trying to, to stay humble and go like, we lost every duel and we must do better. Yes, but at the same time, Nigeria was not that awful in the match. So, it's up to the coach. Those of us who sit behind our phones, our keyboard, we can't, who have never trained a group of kids playing on the field, they can't make a decision for a coach who is skilled and who is learned. So if a coach makes a decision, let him live by it.
You see what you just said now. Me, I will not conclude and I will not support. This is it. After another match now, they're going to play another match now. Then let's see the outcome of it. Then we will now talk, or we will now tell that, wow, this reaction that we have been hearing online is really factual. You know what I'm saying? Because you said something now that you don't believe in that. Now let me tell you this thing. Let me quickly ship it this. Remo Stars, they have about like 7 players in the squad, Abi. Yes. Their coach, they have been well trained with their club's coach. You know what I'm saying now? So their tactics, the coach's tactic, strategy, and how they approach every game is quite different from the one of the national team, the Eriseko Chile. You know what I'm saying now? Okay. So Chile will bring in his own tactics, his own strategy. You know what I'm saying now? Although they had training, they'll be having training. Yes, that doesn't mean, but 2 coaches in 7 players from Remo Stars, it will not. They cannot adapt quickly, though. You know what I'm saying now, and it will affect the remaining ones coming from another clubs as well. You know what I'm saying now.
Let me see. Let's not belabor this issue. If we had won, what would I have said? Like, I didn't watch the match. He watched it. He said we didn't play woefully.
And it was even a defensive mistake.
So let's believe that they will get their acts together in the second match. And like we used to say, my coach used to say when I was playing football, no be who call police first, the win case.
I support.
So let's.
I support.
I also like to add to what you said.
Okay.
This Remo Star that we are seeing, they're the one that win this MPFA. So I guess most of their players, they'll be at their peak, like the best. So picking them shows that okay, fine, that is the right decision. So people saying that picking from Remo Star, this, I don't buy that or this, I don't buy the idea. They deserve it. That is right.
All right, thank you very much. Following Nigeria's defeat, so Senegal in the African Nations Championship China Group D opener, head coach Arisa Kochele has offered a candid assessments of his team's performance, lamented a lack of physical presence and failure to control the game. Speaking after the match, he said they lost every draw today. They lost every draw that day, and they must do better in their second game. All right, away from Africa, straight to Europe. And let's talk about baseball. Jen Powell is set to make history this weekend as the first woman to umpire a regular season Major League Baseball game. A Major League Baseball game announced yesterday that the 48-year-old Stray Blazer will officiate the weekend series between the Miami Marlins and Atlanta Braves, included a Saturday's doubleheader and Sunday finale, where she weighted the 5-water road behind the home plate. Powell's debut marks a historic breakthrough in a sport where an on-field officiating has remained an all-male domain for over a century.
Media. And now we're seeing another European news about Jen Powell, who became the first woman baseball referee in history. And that's an indication that the world of sports is a sport that imbibes everybody. It's not an institution that is dependent on one single gender. Now every time people talk about sports, they assume that okay, yeah, this is a men's world. But now we've seen iconic appearances from the feminine side. Now Jen Powell, and as a matter of fact, there was a video clip.
Four-time Grand Slam champion Naomi Osaka advanced to the semi-finals of the WTA Canadian Open on Tuesday with a comprehensive 6-2 triumph over 10th seed Elena Svitolina. Osaka, chasing her first WTA Tour level title since the 2021 Australian Open, needed only 68 minutes to dispatch the Ukraine star and book a Wednesday semi-final with the Danish 16th seed Clara Towson, a host on the reigning Australian Open champion Marin Singh Keys 6164. Towson dedicated a victory to her late grandfather, who died on Sunday as the Dean was dispatching Polish second seed Iga Swiatek, who won her sixth Grand Slam title last month at Wimbledon. Away from that, straight to football. I will talk about some briefly season's game. Oh my God. Aston Villa produced a commanding display in their preseason preparation yesterday, dispatching Italian side AS Roma 4-0 in a one-sided encounter at a pilot track at Pasco Stadium in Warsaw. Una Emery's side were dominant from the outset, overwhelming the visitors with a blustering first half performance that saw them raise into a 3-goal lead before the interval. Emiliano Buendia opened the scoring in the 15th minute with a superbly taken free kick from the edge of the box, calling the ball past a flat-footed Miles Sevilla in the Roma goal. Just 2 minutes later, Jacob Ramsey, a double Villa's advantage, latching onto the clever throw ball from Yori Telemas, and finishing clinically to punish a sluggish Roma backline. Let's quickly talk about those matches, Arsenal and Aston Villa. You know, Aston Villa, we believe that when this guy, what's his name, Rashford, left the club, I believe that, won't have read them, but eventually see what happened.
They are playing under a coach that plays a fluid
attacking football under Unai Emery. And Unai Emery as a coach is a coach who's good at using what's at his disposal to make a worthy achievement. And that's what we've seen. With what he has done with Aston Villa, that's very, very impressive. Now, I don't think a preseason is enough to judge the season or the outcome of a full season of a club. And that's what I will say about Arsenal. Losing in the preseason does not mean they are going to fail at the season, at the upcoming season. No. A preseason is just a preparatory match where they have to prepare for get their fitness back and get their mojo back. The players have been away on holiday, they have been away after a long time, after months of playing football. So now they are back. So some are tired, some are not back to their full fitness. And of course, English Premier League will be back in a couple of days. So so they will try every much as possible not to get injured. They try. So a preseason is not a match where you put all your energy. No, not at all. We've seen coaches, even in FA Community Shield, we've seen coaches, the likes of Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp, we've seen the way they put minimal strength of their players into those fixtures. Speaking about the FA Community Shield, why? Because they do not want to risk their players getting injured ahead of the next season. So the idea of preseason is a fluke to me. It's always a fluke because preseason is where you see a club like Arsenal beating a club, or let's say a club like AS Roma or a club like AC Milan beating Bayern Munich. Well, we know in reality, on a standard tournament, it's not possible, or the chances of it happening is very slim. So preseason is not a deciding factor for how a season will go.
Well, Mikel Arteta said it's painful. They lost to the last 3 goes to Toto Villarreal. I say it's very painful. But let's quickly talk about something now. Paul Scholes, he talked about Gyökeres. He said he can fit into Arteta's tactics at Arsenal. Do you agree with him?
Just 2 matches. They already decided.
One thing about, no, this is not about fan base. This is about pundits. Okay, and Paul Scholes is trying to generate reactions from Arsenal pundits, someone like Ian Wright, someone like Paul Merson, someone like what is it called, Thierry Henry. He's trying to generate something, a reaction from them. But too much in a preseason is too early to decide for a player. Now, as a matter of fact, he's actually saying he's not fitting into Mikel Arteta's tactic. Not that he's not good enough. So yeah, that's still valid. But we have to calm down for him. We should not be rushed. He's a professional. He's 26, 27 years old, Gyökeres. So he should not be rushed. But at the same time, he should pick up the pace. Because pundits, they'll keep snapping at your feet. They'll keep looking at everything you're doing, especially when you have a big money.
You remember when Chelsea signed Fernando Torres? I remember a lot of reactions came on board that time. People were yelling at him. Even he was scared. Are they? Oh, sure. You have been playing in Liverpool before coming to Chelsea now. What is this scared all about? So, fans and pundits as well, they do make some, like, I support what you just said now. So they will try to, flap you and make sure that they get something from you. They want to shake you, and they want to make sure that you deliver well for that value placed on you. So, well, it's fine, Sha. Okay.
Well, like he said, preseason is not enough to judge the ability of any player or any team. Let's get to the season itself. I'm sure the players are being cautious in their approach to matches to avoid injury. And, well, it has happened. They lost. And let's see how the season goes. and he's starting in 1.5 weeks' time. So let's see how it goes.
All right, former Manchester United defender Rio Ferdinand also admitted that it has been really, really disappointing to see how Messi Mount's career has unfolded at Old Trafford. This is the guy we know at Chelsea. He did well for Chelsea. No Messi Mount, no Chelsea. Remember that year. And now he left Chelsea for Manchester United, and when he got there, he started flopping. What could have caused this?
It's not about him being a flop. He has been battling with injuries, consistent injuries.
Injuries I have not been battling with when he was in Chelsea. Yeah.
So you have to question Manchester United's medical team, because for a player who started out his career not being injured, he's barely injured. He played 40 plus match for Chelsea in 2020. In 2021, same team. So he has played under Frank Lampard, he has played under Thomas Tuchel, and Thomas Tuchel is known for rigorous training. He's known for intense preparation for matches. So if he's not injured under Thomas Tuchel, who plays so much energy into preparing for matches, so why is he injured under Ten Hag? Why is he injured consistently under Amorim? But I don't think he has been injured for a very long time now. For the past few months, he has not been injured. So I'm looking at Mason Mount to make a big statement, even though Chelsea fans will be looking to, try and establish a claim that, since you left us, how has it gone for you?
That's what they call Babele.
So,
but the thing is that every day we get older, and the body is prone to be affected adversely when you exert too much pressure on it. So it might be what's happening. But now, if he's not if he's injury free, he's a good player.
All right, Larry Lucas is a beautiful body to you, Mr. Kingsley. Thank you very much. God bless you. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Baba Chelsea.
Chelsea, this morning.
Quick one. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Well done over there.
Thank you very much.
We lost the analysis here and there. Mr. Kingsley, please, we want to hear more of issues here and there.
More of what?
The season is coming closer. It's like this morning's program is not as rich as ever. Please, we want it to be more rich, please. I am not criticizing, but we listeners, this is our dearest program that ginger us very early in the morning.
You get more of it tomorrow. There are other sports stories that we took. That's why we didn't talk much about football. But tomorrow, by God's grace, it will be more of football.
All right, thank you. Let's quickly talk about some transfer stories now. Wilfred Ndidi has arrived in Turkey to undergo a routine medical ahead of his permanent transfer to Besiktas. The Nigerian international has agreed a permanent transfer to the Turkish Super League giants. Yes, Besiktas reached an agreement with Leicester City to sign him the player this week after they expressed their desire to trigger the release in his contract. And away from Wilfred Ndidi, we quickly move on to Tottenham, the White Athlete, the home of Tottenham Hotspur. LAFC held the signing of a global icon yesterday after confirming the arrival of South Korea star Son Heung-min from Tottenham. The 33-year-old will reportedly cost a Major League Soccer record $26 million transfer fee. Yes. And away from that, Leslie Iheanacho has described his transfer from Chelsea to Burnley as a perfect one for him. Burnley completed the signing of Leslie Iheanacho from Chelsea for a fee of more than £20 million after putting a pen on a 5-year deal. Away from that, Inter Miami CF yesterday night qualified for the 2025 League Cup knockout stage after beating Palmas Unam 3 goals to 1 in his final group game encounter. Without their captain, Lee could remove Marc-Andre ter Stegen as their captain. Mundo Deportivo. Yes, the La Liga champions wants to take a disciplinary action against ter Stegen as the feud between the goalkeeper and the club continues. Last month, the German international revealed he had undergone surgery on his back. Ter Stegen also claimed he would be out of action for 3 months. This is how far we can go to today's edition of Sport Extra. We'll be back tomorrow for another edition. My name is Kingsley Iniovosa. Thank you.